Student, today I'll teach you one of the diary entries. Diary means the writing the account of the day-to-day incident. Beautiful story written by Ruskin Bond. Ruskin Bond actually a writer, famous Indian English writer. Mostly he writes about the life of Terai region. He is basically from Simla, and he writes the life and nature and the beauties of environment related to this region, Terai region, Dehradun, and the foothills of the Himalayas. So Terai region, you all know it, you must have read in the geography that Himalayan range, based on the altitude and the height, it is divided in four stages. That is, highest altitude is Himadri, then lower the Himadri is the Himalayan range. After that it comes Sivalik range. Then after that it comes Terai region. Terai region, where the altitude is much lesser than Himadri, Himalaya, and Sivalik. But here, this region, Terai region, it receives a lot of rainfall. Since rainfall is there, dense jungle is there, for a lot of forests are there. So since the forests are there, a lot of animals also will be there. So his story is based on this region and natural beauties. He portrays the natural beauties of this area, life of the people, and the culture of the people. He portrays about that. Here he has written about the change of nature, what he observed day to day, particularly in the monsoon season, how it occurs. So that is the account of it. Okay. So see how it happens. He has written just like the diary. I have taught you the diary entry in the language also. See date-wise how he has written the account of the diary. What he says, the first day of monsoon mist. Just monsoon has started. It is strange how all the birds fall silent as the mists come climbing up the hill. Perhaps that what makes the mist so melancholy. Melancholy means sad. Not only does it conceal the hills, it blankets them in the silence too. So when the mists appear, you cannot see anything. Everything becomes dark, isn't it? So it is just covering like the blanket. You cannot see a long distance. Only an hour ago, the trees were ringing with the bird songs. Birds are singing and trees are also ringing. But now, since the monsoon is appearing, a lot of mists are there. Now the forest is deathly still. It is like the still, calm and quiet, as though it were midnight. Through the mist, Biju is calling to his sister. I can hear him run. Biju is the name of a boy. He is calling his sister. But I cannot see him. Why I cannot see him? Because it is completely dark. And why it is dark? Because mists are appearing and visibility is becoming very poor. On June 25th, to see what happened this day. Some genuine early monsoon rain, warm and humid, lot of moistures. Not that cold high altitude stuff we have been having all the year. The plants seems to know it too. The plants, they know what are the changes take place. Before it comes, the nature understand what is the things are going to happen in the nature. The plant seems to know it too. The first cobra lily, this is the cobra lily. It appears like cobra. That's why the name of this flower is cobra lily. Rears its head from the ferns. This is the fern greeneries. As I walk up to the bank and post office. When I was going to the bank and post office, I can see this kind of plants are coming out from the ferns. The mist afford a certain privacy. Because of the mist, you cannot see long distance. A schoolboy asked me to describe the hill station and the valley in one sentence. So one of the students asked how it looks, and what I could say, a paradise in the that might have been. Paradise means heaven. The beauty of the nature is just like heaven. This is the only description I could give you. It is so beautiful in the rainy season. Understood so far? Now see on June 27th what happened. June 27th, this is another account. The rains have heralded, arriving. Heralded means arriving. Arriving news is called herald. The arrival of some seasonal visitors. So when the rain will come, the season will change. Some visitor means it is not the human being. It is the visitors of leopard. Leopard means it is variety of the cheetahs. You all know it. And several thousand leeches. Leeches means the insects. Yesterday afternoon, a leopard lifted a dog at nearby servant's quarter below the school. In the evening, it attacked one of Biju's cows and fled at the approach of the Biju's mother, who came screaming imprecations. He was shouting and making loud noise. That's why the leopard has ran away. Already the leopard has taken already one boy and one cow also from the Biju's house. Understood? So leopard is visible because the rainy season has come. As for the leeches, I shall soon get used to little bloodletting every day. Leeches will suck your blood from your body if it catches. So day to day you can see it in the rainy season. Other new arrivals are the scarlet minivet. What is scarlet minivet? Scarlet minivet is the small singing birds, colorful birds. The females are yellow, fitting silently among the leaves like the brilliant jewels. Like the jewel, it is shining. No matter how leafy the trees, even though trees have a lot of leaves, still its color is so bright it can be visible. These brightly colored birds cannot conceal themselves, cannot hide themselves because their color is such. Although by remaining absolutely silent, they are not making noise. These birds are not making noise. The trees are having a lot of leaves. In spite of that, because of the bright color and beautiful color, the birds can be visible. Which birds? Scarlet color, and the bird is minaret. They sometimes contrive to go unnoticed. All of a sudden, you cannot see them. Along came a pair of drongos. This is another singing bird. What is singing bird? Minivets you have seen. This is the drongos. Unnecessarily aggressive and chasing the minivets away. These drongos are chasing another birds. Which birds? They are chasing minivets. So this is the scenery already took place. Leopards are coming, singing birds are coming, lot of leeches are coming along with the rainfall. Understood? Now see on August 2nd August, what happened? All night the rain has been drumming on the corrugated tin. That corrugated tin means the tin roof which are having like the waves. That is called corrugated. There has been no storm, no thunder, just the steady swish of tropical downpour. Downpour means heavy falling of rain. It helps me to lie awake. At the same time, it does not keep me sleeping. I cannot sleep also. Lot of sounds are coming from the roof because of the heavy downpour of rain. It is a good sound to read by. The rain outside, the quiet within. I am inside the room, calm and quiet, but outside the room, lot of downpour is there, lot of rainfall is there. When it is falling on the corrugated tin, it is making lot of sound. And although tin roofs are given stinging and unaccountable leaks, there is feeling of being untouched by, yet in touch with the rain. Lot of holes are there. That's why the waters on the roof is oozing inside and falling down. Now on August 3rd, what happened? Rain has stopped. The clouds begin to break up. When the clouds will start breaking, sun rays will come. The sun strikes the hill on my left. The omen is chopping up the stick for the firewoods. I hear the tinkle of cow bells. People are going for grazing the cow. They have the cow bells are there on the neck of the cows and they are tinkling, making the sound. In the oak tree, a crow shakes the raindrops from his feathers and caws discontentedly. Because it got wet, now it is shaking the feathers so that it can get dried up. Water drips from a leaking drain pipe and suddenly clean and pure, the song of whistling thrush emerges like a dark sweep. Thrush is another singing bird, thrush birds. So it is also singing. So understood? All of a rain stopped, and since the cloud has been separated, sunrise is appearing, lights are appearing, and people have gone outside. Somebody is going for the grazing of the cows, somebody is going for collecting of the woods, and birds are just shaking their bodies so that they can get dried off, and people have become active in their activities because of rainfall has stopped. Now on August 12, what happened? Again rain started, endless rain, and the permanent mist. We have not seen the sun of 8 or 9 days. Continuously it is raining for 8, 9 days. Everything damp and soggy. Nowhere to go. You cannot go anywhere. Peace the room. Look out of the windows. A few bobbling umbrellas. People have to come out from the home. How they'll come out? With the help of the umbrellas. They are carrying the umbrellas along with them. That's why they say bobbling umbrellas. At least it is not cold. August 31st, what happened? So people are coming out with the umbrellas, and some wild flowers are also coming out. Can you see these wild flowers? What are the flowers? Balsam is kind of flower. Dahlias are the flowers. Then begonias and the ground orchids. These are the different kinds of flowers are coming out from and flowering on the ground. August 31st, it is the last day of August, and the lush monsoon growth has reached its peaks, maximum rainfall. The seed of the cobra lily are turning red because it is becoming mature and ripe, signifying that the rains are coming to end. So you must have seen when the rain just started coming in the beginning in the form of mist, the cobra lilies were coming out from the ferns. Now the cobra lilies are turning red because seeds are becoming ripe. It is going to fall down on the ground. This indicates the rain is going to stop and rainy season is going to stop. That means these flowers and the weeds and the nature, they give the message. What are the changes of the weather is coming? What are the changes are occurring? By seeing them, if you have the knowledge, if you have the ability to read what are the changes are coming, you can understand how the nature is taking place changes. In a few days, the ferns will start turning yellow. When it will turn yellow, that means what? It is going to decay, it is going to die. But right now, they are still firm, green and upright. That means it has not yet become fully ripe. Ground orchids, mauve lady sleepers, and the white butterfly orchids put on the fashion display on the grassy slopes of Landour. Wild dahlias, red, yellow, magenta, rear their heads from the rocky crevices where they have crevices means what? The cracks in the hills. So different kinds of flowers. These are the flowers. Red, different kinds of color of the dahlias. What are the colors? Red, yellow, magenta. These all kind of flowers are raising their head from the crevices. Crevices means the cracks in the hill. Snakes and the rodents flooded out of their holes and the burrows because water was going inside their holes. That's why they came out and take shelter in the roof, attics, and godowns. In the godowns, room, wherever they get the place, they take shelter because in their hole and in their burrows where they live, it is full of water. A shrew, weak of eyesight, you all know it, chuchundar, they cannot see. Their eyesight is very weak. It blunders about the rooms, much to the amusement to the children. When the chuchundar come inside the room, small children, they get a lot of amusement, a lot of pleasure, isn't it? So, but why this chuchundar is coming inside the room? Because their holes and the burrows where they are living, it is full of water. Don't kill it, admonishes the grandmother. Admonish means scolding. Who scold? Grandmother scold to the grandchildren. Why she says, don't kill? Chuchundars are very lucky. They bring money. This is the superstition. This is the belief old people have. If chuchundar comes in your house, your luck is going to favor. You are going to get money. And sure enough, I received a check in the mail. It is small amount of money. The writer has got it. On October 3rd, what happened? We have gone straight from the monsoon into winter. There is no spring, no autumn. After monsoon, there is no autumn, directly to the winter. Snow at higher altitude. After an evening hail storm, the sky and the hills are suffused with a beautiful golden light. Now the light is appearing. Beautiful golden light is appearing. Now see what happened. On January 26th, Winter rains in the hill. This is a very significant. Some places they get the rainfall even in the winter also, particularly the hilly region. In the geography you must have read it, how the hilly region they get winter rainfall. It hushed silence of the house as I am quite alone and my friend who was here have gone. It is very lonely and very quiet, and as I sit in the liquid silence, a silence within. I am alone, and lot of silence is there. Can you see the condition of the street here? Surrounded by the rhythm of the rain, continuously it is raining. The steady drift of water on the leaves, on lemons, on roof, drumming on drenched dahlias and window panes. So these rainfalls are appearing where? On the window panes, on the flowers. Which flower particularly? Dahlias. While the mist holds the house in the dark cases. Because of the mist, the house becomes dark. I cannot see anything. If I look outside, I cannot. Can you see? It is the very foggy type, fog type, hazy type thing. As I pause near a window, the rain stops and starts again. Every time it is stopping and every time again it is starting. The tree is no longer green but grey. Why it is grey? Because winter is coming. In the winter all the leaves become grey. Menace me with their loneliness. Menace means afraid. It makes me afraid because it is becoming lonely. Actually, the color grey is the symbol of lifelessness. The grey is the end of the monsoon season and it is the lifelessness season. Generally, it happens in the European countries. It will be all areas will be covered with the snow and the mist. Flowers will not bloom. Birds will not be visible outside, and the trees will be covered with the snow. So people will not like to go outside unless it is very necessary. It is a state of lifelessness. That's why here also the author says he is going to feel the loneliness. On March 29, what happened? Late March, end of winter. Now the winter ends. The blackest cloud I've ever seen scattered over the Mussoorie. Mussoorie, I told you, is the hill station. He writes about hill station. Mussoorie is the hill station. Almost every writing you will find description of Mussoorie, Dehradun, Nainital, then Simla. Most of his writing, you will find it, this sort of places, because he writes mostly about the environment and the life and the culture of this Terai region. I told you in the beginning. Then I held marvels of the half an hour, nothing like a hailstorm to clear the sky. Even as I write, I see a rainbow forming. Now winter end and rainbow is forming. Who has written this story? It is not story actually, it is the diary, day-wise, date-wise, how the things are appearing in the atmosphere. Ruskin Bond, very famous writer, Indian English writer. Okay, you will read in the later of your life lot of stories about the Terai region, a girls with the one eye, girls with the no eyes, okay, a face in the dark. This sort of lot of stories you'll read. Beautiful stories. If you get the chances to get some books of Ruskin Bond from your library or any other sources, you can read it, you'll enjoy. Okay, you'll find it very interesting. So this diary you must have understood, and regarding this story or diary, whatever you say, if you have any doubt, you can ask me later. Okay? It is very simple. It is written in very simple language also. I hope you will not have any difficulties to understand. In spite of that, if you have difficulties, you can ask me.